Rumors are spreading about the possibility of a DAO and its potential of maybe disempowering Ripple even. But what exactly is a DAO? And how does it affect the future of Ripple, XRPL and its price? Does it have the potential to finally unite the community and make the XRPL even more decentralized? Let's find out.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was Crippinrider, a brand new channel he has, and his content is well researched and credible. And I'm wondering how my new mic sounds. It's the first time I've used it. It's probably the, 10th mic I've gone through over the years, but I think this one is going to be a new favorite very soon. In today's video, it's another, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, the good is really good if you're an XRP holder. And the ugly, well, let's just get that out of the way. Well, the market is off, you can see, and it's because of Bitcoin being down just 2.5% at 63,000, which isn't too bad, but it has really spread its negative feel across the board. You can see the losses are anywhere from 3 up to 13%. I can see on some of these larger losses. Yeah, it's ugly. And this one, we just got to get it out of the way. I almost have no words for this. So many people are pumping the fact that one of Ripple's partners, Nium, has incorporated the JP Morgan rails. I think this is being misinterpreted. And I'm not the only one. Wrath of Kahneman says, yeah, it seems that a number of folks interpreted this as Nium connecting JPM and Ripple. But it's Nium onboarding an alternative to Ripple for their services. It couldn't be clearer. It's in plain English. Nium's global expansion is fueled by JP Morgan Payment Solutions. And Nium expanded with FX solutions provided by JP Morgan Payments. And the solution for Nium came in the form of real-time and automated cross-currency solutions by JP Morgan. I listened to one YouTube channel and they went on about how remarkable it was. Well, yeah, remarkable for JP Morgan. I mean, Nium is adding JP Morgan payment rails. It's an alternative to the Ripple rails. 10 months ago, the founder of Nium explained that they deploy now 45 different payment systems. And in their latest blog, that number is up to 75. So it seems like JP Morgan is now number 76. So we'll move on now to the bad, which is, yeah, a little sad actually. After 5 years of using Bitrue, they froze all of my accounts, and that's because I am registered as an American, and they gave me 48 hours to move all the tokens elsewhere. Yeah, I left $6.59 of dust, but what a bummer for all the Americans to be in this situation. And it's caused a tax event on top of that. All right, enough of that bad and that ugly. Let's move to the good. This is the XRP Ledger Hackathon in Seoul, Korea. Look at this, 385 are going. That's a lot of people to show up for a hackathon. It's a full event, yeah, and if you want to go, you have to join the wait list. Starting on Wednesday here in Tokyo, we've got the WebEx, and there are a couple of people that I really want to see, one of which is Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao. He's going to be giving a keynote. I'm not going to miss Marcus Infonger, the Senior VP of RippleX, and on this different stage, but about the same time, I will also catch Yat Sui. He is the co-founder of Animoca. a huge fan of yacht. So I think it's going to be a fun Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to pop in a couple of different times on both days and looking forward to it. XP Markets does a fabulous job with their data, and you can see that there was a phenomenal week for the AMM, the automated market maker. With week 34, it has hit 22.8 million in total value locked. Now, I know this is still a very small amount when you compare to the billions that we see in the top chains when you go to DeFi Llama, but it is still increasing and it is still brand new. And with some research that I did, I really am feeling as though this AMM has a lot of potential. And sticking with the automated market maker, there's been a lot of talk about how professional market makers may come to the AMM to drive demand and have an impact on supply. And I wasn't quite sure, because I understand how that capital that the professional market makers deploy over many, many platforms in their high speed, high frequency trading to capture that fraction of a difference on lots of different platforms to make a profit, because they are on either side of a buy and a sell and working off those spreads. I just wasn't quite sure that there would be a need to tie up all that capital on one platform with one asset, and when they really need to be nimble to react to the volatility that is in the crypto industry. So I had reached out to a couple of market makers that I know, one from B2C2 and one from GSR. And yep, sure enough, they really don't dabble too much in the Ethereum based AMMs. That's just not where their focus is, and they're working just off the traditional methods with their own proprietary platforms that do the algorithmic trading. And on about, I think one of them told me that they work off about 15 major exchanges, and they're also an OTC desk. So I don't know. I know that the AMM is in the early stages, and this paper was really a great paper that I came across. It's an academic paper that was updated. It was made available recently, just June 10th. And it talks about how the AMM is still in its early stages, and it presents a promising alternative to existing Ethereum-based AMMs with significant advantages in terms of efficiency, cost, scalability, and potentially contributing to the broader DeFi ecosystem. So additionally, they also point out that, to the best of their knowledge, that there isn't another AMM that's built directly at the protocol level of the blockchain, making direct comparisons to the XRPL AMM then is challenging. So the results of this paper validate that the automated market makers' potential to reshape the DeFi sector, as the paper summarizes, was really, great. And I'm going to explain why it could just indeed do that. But what I want to get to the core as to why I was searching is I'm quite interested in how professional market makers who weigh heavily on those capital efficiencies might use the XRPL AMM, since typically they need to adjust quickly, as I said, to those positions in response to those rapid price movements, and often prefer their own platforms to do that high frequency trading. And these profits that they generate really come from these tiny, tiny price discrepancies across a large number of trades. So the capital efficiency is critical, and it enables the market makers to execute the high volume trades without tying up excessive capital in any single position or overcommitting resources to any single exchange or asset. So therefore, or thereby enabling them to quickly shift capital to where it's most needed. And so this agility helps market makers respond to those market demands, optimize liquidity provisions, and capture more trading opportunities across different platforms. Okay, so that's what they're really into. However, if the XRPL AMM grows and attracts significant liquidity, it could become a highly efficient and attractive option for market makers. And it would broaden their active market making strategies because it has some very standout features. And these are the 3 features that I want to cover. Number 1, unlike most AMMs that operate as smart contracts on top of blockchains like Ethereum, the XRPL AMM is integrated directly at the protocol level. So this integration offers faster transaction processing, lower fees, and more seamless transactions or more seamless interactions with the broader XRPL ecosystem, allowing market makers to operate more efficiently. Number 2, this continuous auction mechanism. This is a feature that allows liquidity providers to bid for a zero trading fee slot, which can attract the arbitrars, and that attracts them to the platform. And then the market makers can capitalize on that by participating in the auction or by engaging in arbitrage themselves, thus enhancing their profitability. And then third, the XRPL AMM design, including its price synchronization and lower slippage, can reduce the risk of impermanent loss. And that's a common issue in automated market makers. So by mitigating that risk, market makers can allocate capital more confidently, knowing that their liquidity provisions are less likely to result in losses from price divergence. So I think there's a chance, but overall, if I really were to say anything from the research that I did and the paper that I have read, and I'll put a link to it in the description of this video, I think that just not the AMM, but we are going to see the ledger become very big in terms of a broader DeFi ecosystem. And I think it's very, very exciting. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.